customers, but when you use it properly, it can be your entire marketing strategy in one sentence. My name is Kathy McReynolds, and I help small business owners and entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs. I help you get customers who not only pay you, but they stay with you and they refer you to other people. And what's exciting about that, it allows you to create the business and the lifestyle that you desire. See, my entire goal, guys, is when you stand before God at the end of your life, I don't want you to leave anything undone. I want to help you create that life and that business that will go around the world, and that you can say to God, you know, I so gracefully use what you gave me, all of it, all your goodness and your gifts that you gave me. We used it all up. So if that's you, if you're that person who want to use up everything that you were given, and you want to create a business that gets customers offline, or you want to create an online course, you're tuned into the right place. So do me a favor, go ahead and share, and I'm going to go ahead and do my sharing thing too. Go ahead and share, and then we're going to get this party started. Make sure you grab a pen and paper. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and also what type of business what type of business do you have? What type of business do you want to get out to the world? And, you know, every time you try to share this, you got to go, okay, so I'm going to share this on my personal page. And then I also have another business page that we're going to get those shared to. So you can do the same thing. If you got a personal page or you got a business page, and you know that this message that people want to be able to create more customers, that it can help them, do me a favor and go ahead and share that. Let me know where you're tuning in from, what country you're at, what state you're in, so that you know, I can get a connection with you. If you comment, I'll make sure to comment back to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get the screen switched over. We're going to get this party started. So make sure you have a pen and paper handy so we can go ahead and help you get more customers and utilize this thing that I'm going to teach you today, so that it can help you grow your business and your lifestyle, because that's what it's all about. God said he'll do it for you. All things are possible to those who believe. So let me get that switched over, and let me get to my slide. So we're here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and dive right in, guys. And this is why you should never, I'm going to share with you why you should never show this to your customer. And I'll share with you what this is. But if used properly, it can become your entire marketing strategy in one sentence. And so, again, my name is Kathy McReynolds, and I'm going to share this marketing lesson with you, and I really believe that it will help you. If you're a business owner or an online entrepreneur, you want to get more high-ticket customers who pay, stay, and refer, then you definitely want to tune in and stay tuned into this. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about is that one thing, that big domino method. That's what we're talking about here today. It is the secret to you selling high ticket programs and offers. And so we're going to talk about the path in that big domino statement, into the path to you selling high ticket customers is sharing them with that path, the way they're going to get what they desire. And the product is what you're going to be offering. And that's you want them to believe it is the only way to execute what they want. And then that statement that I was talking about, that I said you should never share with your customers, this is a single sentence that you must use. You just definitely must use it, but you can't share it with your audience. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So just keep tuning in. But first, you want to know these steps. And so you'll notice in the corner, I got these little tips that we'll share with you in a different step. So your audience is your market. Like, so for example, and during this segment, we're going to talk about a yoga instructor. That's going to be the person that we refer to. And step 2 in that path is your method or plan or new opportunity to achieve that goal. So when we're looking at that, the path to get them there is high ticket yoga retreats. Step 3 is the desire. What is it that they want? What is the goal? What do they want? And what they want from this example is to make money by having yoga retreats. And step 4 is your product. What is your product or your program that will help them get what they want? And so when we're using the yoga instructor is selling high ticket masterclass programs. That's the program. So what your job is now to make them believe that the path, the way that they're going to get there is through what you're going to share with them. And most people don't get this right because it seems so simple that they miss it. So I don't want you to miss it. So make sure, even if you need to pause this and you're going back, you understand all of these things as you get there. So when we're looking at the product, it has to be, in their mind, the only way to execute it. They got to believe, they absolutely must believe that it is their only option. So now that you know, like those 4 steps, I want to go with you and share with you what a big domino statement is and what it is that you must create. Because this is that thing that you're going to use in all of your marketing strategies, but you're not going to share it with your customers. It's just a plan for you. It's kind of like a mission statement, but a mission statement you share with your customers. On this is your marketing statement, and you don't share it. So your big domino statement that will make them believe, the purpose of this is to make them believe that you have the option to the path that they desire. And this is your entire marketing strategy in one sentence. So make sure you don't share it with your customers. But I'm going to show you as we go on how to use it. Here's the sentence. Take a screenshot of this or pause it right here, because this is the framework that you're going to use in order to create that sentence. It says, if I can make the audience, we just went over what the audience was, believe that the path, and the audience in that, the example we're going to be using is yoga instructor, and the path is the only way to get the desire, and the only way to do that is through my product, then all objections become irrelevant, and they must pay me, stay with me, and refer me to others. That is the sentence. You're going to just fill in the blanks on that. So here's an example of it using the yoga instructor, if I can talk today. If I can make yoga instructors believe that high ticket retreats are the only way to get $10,000 or more per client, and the only way to do that is through my high ticket retreat masterclass for yoga instructors, then all I can't even talk today, that all objectives become irrelevant, and they must pay with me, stay with me, and refer me to others. I'm going to repeat that again. If I can make yoga instructors believe that high ticket retreats are the only way to get $10,000 or more per client, and the only way to do that is through my high ticket retreat masterclass for yoga instructors, then all objections become irrelevant, and they must pay me, stay with me, and refer me to others. Now, I want you to take what you do and fill it in this sentence. If I can make blank my audience, so who is it that you want to help believe that the path, the way that I'm going to get them there, and what they desire, what they're going to have happen, and the only way to do that is through your product, then all objections become irrelevant, and they must pay you and stay with you so that they can also refer you to other people. So pause it right now and fill in that sentence for yourself. And if you need to go back to the example sentence, you can go back there and fill that in. So now let's walk you through the scenario of Lisa, who is the yoga instructor, and the challenges that she was facing and how we led her on her journey to having a successful program that actually attracted people without selling them, by using this domino statement in her marketing. So I want you to imagine yourself in this scenario. I want you to meet Lisa. She's a yoga instructor who wants to make big money traveling the world and helping people live their best life. But she just didn't know how to go about getting it done. Because this field is very competitive, every time she tried before, and she found it very extremely competitive to get students into those retreats. And she also discovered that booking these events required you to become an expert in travel. So she thought, right? So I want you to think about this. You're trying to kick it. You're Lisa. You're trying to kick off your yoga retreat, and you want to be an instructor there, and you want to get your career going, but it's going nowhere. Nothing is happening for you. And then you're sharing your frustration with someone who's also in the industry, a friend of yours, and they show you. They're like, oh, wow, here's a check. Here's a couple of checks that I got for $30,000 for booking 3 clients. Okay. And without even realizing it, you subconsciously believe that high ticket yoga retreats are the only way for you to get paid $10,000, because she just told you that she made $10,000 from selling her high ticket program. And so now you're like, your mind is going 100 miles a minute. And then this is what Lisa did. She asked you this question: would you like me to show you how, would you like to learn how to get paid $10,000 per client per retreat, or even 20, or heck, even 30? So once she just started asking you that question, you are now believing that that path is the only way for you to get your high ticket program and what you want to happen. Now your friend shares her struggle, and I'm going to tell you why. She tells you how she used to try and get people to book these retreats with her, but every time she did, people would never buy from her because they thought the cost was way too high. And in addition to that, they were not convinced the benefit that they will receive from here. And so you notice that instead of her coming out and saying, hey, you should buy my program, it's going to show you how to earn $10,000, she's telling a story. She's taking them on that journey. And that's one of the things that you want to do and that we show you how to do in marketing. So what she basically did, guys, these 2 elements that people don't use, she put in empathy and she related. And as you listen to, this story, and you listen to how she begins to empathize with her, because when you do that, it's like, man, that's how I was feeling. So, are you, when you're speaking to your audience, are you showing that empathy? Are you delivering your message in a way that people understand and share your feelings? Can they relate to you? Are you showing some type of connection with them during that period? And those are the important things that makes people, they either going to say yes to you or no to you by the stories, but most importantly by these feelings that we're sharing here. And then she goes on to say to her, but one day I found out that hotels have a little known thing called a retention visit department. And so now what does she do? She just evoked curiosity. Curiosity, need, and greed are the 3 things that will get people to say yes to you. When you wrap them up in this big domino statement. And with that is she's starting to believe, man, this is my only option. She's hungry now. I want to know more. I want to know more. So she explains that hotels have a budget that they must spend every single year for instructors who hold retreats. Now, why is that? Because it benefits the hotels and because it gets them new and return customers. Now, I'm making the story up, so I don't know if they actually have that. I know they do have some type of programs, but I'm sharing with you how you can start to frame stuff so that people can want what you have without you saying, hey, buy this thing, because they're not buying the thing, they're buying what the thing can do for them. She now explains how to reach out to the hotels and speak to that department. See, when you want to attract people to you and to be the only option that they can use, you want to market by actually helping them. So like in this example that I'm sharing with you guys, I'm not saying to you now, like, do I want you to go buy my program at the end and join me? Absolutely. But I'm not coming out and just saying, hey, go buy my program. Hey, go buy my program. I'm giving you tangible stuff that you can actually use today and figure it out on your own, whether you work with me or not. It may take you years to get it done, but that's a part of what we do and how we help people do that. And you'll see the scroll along the bottom of kathymcreynolds.com. So if you're like, you know what, I heard enough, I want to just go and work with you, you can click on that button at any time. Now she also explains, so where we're going through that step and through that stage, she also explains the exact steps she's helping by helping that it took to reach out to those departments and handle any objections while leading her to a yes. And here are some of the things that could be confusing in her mind and that are confusing in the minds of most people. They're thinking, man, that sounds good, but you're sharing with them that they don't need to be a great salesperson to make this happen, because why? The hotel they have a budget, it's a mandate, and it saves them time from finding instructors. So when you're explaining that to her, you're like, girl, listen, the hotels they must find people to do retreats, because when they bring somebody in for a retreat, they're bringing in like 5 to 10 people with them. And when those 5 to 10 people come here and they see how great our hotel is, they're going to automatically rebook. And so they did all the marketing for us. And so that's why instead of a hotel going out and reaching for each individual customer, they look for instructors who will bring more people so that they can offer them a discount for them to come back on an individual basis. So that's all part of how this process works. And then you're sharing with them a little known secret that now their minds are running and racing like, okay, I want to know more. Now they're convinced, they're completely sold on that idea, because you made it super simple and you made it not about them, but it's about the process and how they can make that happen, because there's a program over here. So you got to find something in your system that's a no-brainer that people like, oh, that's all I have to do. That's what you want them to see. And then the feeling that comes is that you feel appreciated. You start to appreciate them. And now you believe that their way, we call it the new way of landing high ticket clients, is through putting together yoga retreats and becoming that instructor for that. Is that making sense? Now, even after all that, that person that you're talking to, they still have questions. They're like, okay, it sounds good. Because think about this. As soon as you believe something, the devil steps in, new level, new devil steps in. And I'm going to share some of the questions using this example that may be going through their head. But now, okay, yeah, it was making sense like 2.2 seconds ago, but now how do you find these hotels? How do you get to the right department? How do you know if they've already spent their budget? Now, whatever your example is, you just replace it with all of those questions. And then they're going to ask you more questions. How do you get the students? How do you set up the course? How do you accept payments? And if you're starting to see all of these questions is what's going to be in your course that you're going to help them fix. See, you told them how to do it. Now they want to know what to do to get it done. And they even have more questions. So when people have questions, don't freak out. Just know that the reason why people are having these questions is because you intrigued them with this big domino statement and this explanation of what they needed to do. And so they're asking you 1,000 questions so that you can now lead them to where they need to go. Some of the other questions they may have: how do you make sure your retreat will be worth $10,000? Any of you guys ever thought, how do I know if I'll get paid high ticket money for my retreats? How do I know if it'll be worth it? How do you market and advertise to your clients? How do you know if you will be successful? Have any of you ever wondered that? And these are the things that, not only in our program, this is through the eCourse U, the Expert Course University, not even, through our program, these are the steps that we take people through. And as I said, if you want to just hop right to it, you can go ahead and go to kathymcreynolds.com, click on eCourse U once you're there, and then you can book a strategy session with me. Now, you are now thinking all of these thoughts. That person is now thinking all of these thoughts. Their mind is racing. I want you to think of a moment when you had this big aha moment, and then you had that aha moment, and all of a sudden your mind started racing. So you ask questions. Your job now is to answer each of these questions because they have doubt. And because you believe, but now doubting is setting in, this is where you want to come in and bring in your offer, and you want to sell to them without selling to them. And your offer, and you're selling to them by not selling to them because you've taught them some things to do. Now you got to show them how to pull it all back together, reel it all back in, and you do a soft offer with them. You know, and you simply say something like that, like, man, it is a lot to do, you know, so it is a lot to do, but I have a step-by-step plan, but there will be a fee. See, the friend told the story of how they got that check for $30,000 for $3,000, and they told the little known secret of what hotels offer, because that's part of their industry. And then now they're saying to them, you want it, but you got all these questions. Now I can help you, but there's a fee to it, right? Because it's going to take some time, and you need to pay me and then refer other people to me because it's going to be so good. And then you're going to stay with me forever and learn more and more and more. That's how it works. But you say to them, it's a lot to do, but you know what? I got you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take you step by step. And just landing one client, like just landing one client. If I could show you how to get one client, it'll pay for this course that you're going to pay a fee for. It'll pay for that like 3 times over. So maybe your course is $3,000 and they want a high ticket program that they can sell for 10. It's all taken care of. Now it's a no-brainer, right? She then asks, see, after you go through all that step, your next step is, would you be open? It's a lot to understand, but I got a one-on-one game plan. Would you be open to me helping you? Now, think about that. They were just hyped up. They saw, you know, how their friend transformed their life and helped some people, made $30,000. And you should never use income claim, guys. Just share with people what you've done and the results that you've gotten. But, you know, really testimonies, income claims and stuff like that, people use them a lot, but always be authentic in what you're doing and never use income claims, or you can get booted off of Facebook. You can tell the story of what someone else did, right? So you just sold her without selling her. Y'all get that? You just sold her without selling her. Let me know if that's making sense to you. And most people at this point would say to do it. And the reason why they were sold is because you made them believe. See, everything you do, you should look at it. When you write a post, am I making them believe that if I can make yoga instructors believe that high ticket retreat, $10,000 or more per client, and the only way to do that is through my high ticket retreat masterclass for yoga instructor, that all objections, all those objections that I showed you guys, about 10 of them, they're irrelevant. They don't care about them. It doesn't matter, because they must pay you and stay with you and refer others to you because you made them believe that you had the right path. They're convinced of the path. This is the first thing you must convince them of. And that path is your high ticket retreat masterclass for yoga instructors. The big domino statement that you created and is the reason why they believe that. If I can make yoga instructors believe that high ticket retreats are the only way to get to $10,000 or more per client, and the only way to do that is through the high ticket retreat masterclass, then all objections become irrelevant, and they must pay you. they must stay with you, and they must refer other people to you because you're their only option. Now, that's why it's important to have a big domino statement and then to create a story behind that domino statement, then to know all the objections that people are going to have, and then to answer those, and then to sell them without selling them. This is how you sell high ticket programs, my friends. This is exactly how you get it done. Number one, you write out that domino statement. Get it down in one sentence or less. You just fill in the blank. Remove all of the little blanks and fill it in. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Take 5 minutes. Fill it out if you have not done. And then number two, you want to have a clear offer with a clear pitch. Now, we don't have time to go over all, the whole offer and the whole pitch, but that's part of how we help you set it up in our Expert Course University plan. And number three, so that they believe that your program is the only option for reaching their goal of 10,000. So whatever their goal is, they must believe that your program is the only program available for reaching that goal. So now, I just shared with you a simple strategy for you to create your entire marketing strategy in one sentence or less. And that's one of the things that we do inside Expert Course University. So I'm going to flip the script on you, right? Would you be open to working with me one-on-one to learn how to create high-ticket programs that get you customers that pay, stay, and refer? Why? Because that's what I do. And that's what I want to help you do. So if you want help and you want to work with me to get that done, go to kathymcreynolds.com and book a consultation call today. Guys, I appreciate you. I hope this brought you value. I hope you just go back and watch it a couple times, get that statement down. But through our 8-week program, this is how we help you to create high ticket programs that sell, that help you get customers that pay, stay, and refer, so that they can create the lifestyle that they desire and you can create the lifestyle that you desire. So just click on the link somewhere around here, kathymcreynolds.com, and make sure that you go go there and book your consultation appointment. All right, guys, appreciate you. Have a nice day, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.